I had to sit down and do this message. I don't know what happened. I was just cleaning. I'm not even done. And there was something coming through. So I'm seeing something in the sense of the balance between being depressy and then deciding to do something else or to feel something else because you're encouraging yourself gently. And we're gonna pull some cards in a minute. It's like you're not forcing yourself. I don't like to force myself to do anything, you know? I don't really like to force myself. I don't like to be like, go work out in my brain. That doesn't compute. It's more like, oh, honey, I know that you have spent a lot of time being depressed in your life. I know that you have prior trauma that would make you feel depressed. I know those thoughts are kind of hard. I know it's hard to stop thoughts. I know that some days are better than others. You might just be tired. So there's like so many things to kind of unravel before we just go and force ourselves to do something. So I just like to know the balance between that. Yeah, and it just feels like you're really honing in that vibration to understand that and then magnify it to a degree where it's like infiltrating the rest of your life and it's a healthy way of living. There has been a lot of probably social media, like you've probably been listening to a lot of different things, and it's creating this confusion or like illusion as far as what is correct and like what am I supposed to do? How do I value myself in a way? How do I show people that I value myself in my reality? And it's interesting because that's still a balance that I am learning in my own life, but I feel for you it's like you're really learning like what is the relationships with these other people and all my friends and all my things, you know, what is the I just got a group text from some of my friends that were gonna go to a waterfall today, and they weren't texting back, but two of us woke up early and the other two were sleeping, and it's like only like 11:30 though, so I started getting cleaning done because I had a lot of stuff to do. This was like impromptu last night, I guess, and then we were like, oh, we needed to see a waterfall today, and I needed to get a bunch of shit done, and I started getting like depressed, and then I started hold on. She's a big hound doggy. Look at her. Look. Okay. Come here. No, I'm not cutting it. I don't care. Sit. Place. Good girl. I don't know. Then we were like, we gotta go do this thing. And I felt like, the communication's kind of lacking, and I get really like sad when communication lacks. And then they all texted, and then it's like, oh, whatever, we're going. So almost like you do create things in your mind. You have to kind of put yourself in the perspective of, I am in my reality, and not everyone understands me in my reality. I like to, I like to control things. You might have had that kind of tendency before, because I think when you grew up you really had to control things because you didn't know what was up or down. You were probably gaslit the fuck out of you were gaslit so much that it just you needed to develop your personality to be able to control things, or at least know what to expect. You just know what to expect. And I think that's where a lot of anxiety comes through for a lot of people, and you could have like more of an anxious attachment to people. This is not just relationships, this is like friendships, this is everything, every communication you have with somebody, like any sort of connection you have with somebody is a relationship in and of itself. There's different forms of that, obviously, and there's depths of intimacy, but I mean, like, you can have a sexual relationship without having much emotional depth at all. So there's a lot of things happening in society where we kind of get to blur those lines, and it doesn't always feel good, because then there's a lot going on. And then you can also have the emotional intimacy where there is no physical intimacy, because that would create a relationship at that point. But there's a balance between those things, and how much do I control? How much do I think I need to control? Like, even in a partnership, for instance, you could be completely different when you're in a partnership than when you're in friendships. So you can have different wounds come up. You can have different things come up. Communication styles could be different. They're going to be similar, but you don't care as much. You're more attached if you're physically intimate with someone in a relationship. So just all those things have to come into play when you're thinking about your life, and you're thinking about your decisions and what you're thinking about, and like your thoughts, like how you're perceiving your thoughts, what's coming up for you. We have Sagittarius energy here, Mercury, the hexagram. So there's, and it's crazy because one of the friends I'm going to hang out with today drew this, and he put, it was almost like the Eye of Horus inside of it, and we do have another Egyptian symbol here. So that kind of makes me think of, you're trying to see things from all perspectives. You're not limited to one. And I'm thinking about history here. I'm thinking about like the Star of David, and just really the Holocaust. Like there's ancestral trauma that's coming up. Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is a revitalization of you're transforming. It's very transformative energy. I almost think it should be like a fire sign, because it's like a fixed water sign. And it's a pretty intense kind of energy, because it needs to kind of burn like a phoenix and then rise from the ashes again. So if you are going through something right now, you're in that stage of almost like the ashes, like you're deciding what is going to be in the future, what is going to be the future. And you might have been kind of shook up. I feel you might have been shook up by the universe. You might have lost a little bit of faith. I also got Taurus here. Was that the last three as well? These were shuffled. Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Taurus is a very grounded, motherly, feminine kind of sign. Very motherly, and like takes care of everything, kind of like the earth sign of Cancer. It's almost like the earth version of Cancer. But in a totally different way, very sensual. Yeah, so there's a light at the end of this tunnel. There is something going on. I want to pick a tarot card as well. We want to know what it is we can do as far as this depressing energy that sometimes we think is supposed to be like the day, and the balance. What is something that we can focus on to be able to achieve that balance a little better? Not forcing ourselves to do something different, but to be in tune with ourselves, to be able to understand this. So, okay, so there we go. We got a major arcana card in a reading is like a major life change. So you're majorly stepping into this fucking energy. You're majorly stepping in. This is the Empress card. This represents fertility. I would say abundance as well. It's the divine feminine counterpart. You came out of nostalgia. Nostalgia is an energy that is something that obviously is in the past, but it's feel-good past. And you can recreate that in the future in a new modern way, but you might have to go through some things, some mental blocks to be able to do that. So it's not about forcing yourself. It's really about I was gonna say convening with yourself and being there for yourself as you decide what you're gonna do for the day, or how you're going. And I'm saying what you're gonna do for the day. That could be literally deciding to like stay in bed. Like, I'm not talking to a collective that is like always chipper. Like, you've done a lot. You've achieved actually a lot. Like, you have achieved a lot, even emotionally, spiritually, even if it hasn't been in the physical reality. You have achieved a lot, and it feels like you haven't. regardless of your physical reality, because even if you have achieved a lot in the physical reality, you feel like you didn't because of where you're at. Where you are going, it doesn't feel like a lot. So no matter where you're at, if you spent most of your life in bed, if you felt very depressy, there is a mental block. There is a shadow over that. Like, that doesn't just go away. That is reprogramming. That is reprogramming. And I'm there too. So I don't want you to feel alone that you make these decisions. But I'm saying, if you decide for the day what you're going to do, you can decide that you're going to stay in bed and go in and out of sleep on your 2 days off, or like scroll and do these things. And then there comes to a point where you understand you got out of certain addictions, you got out of all these other physical patterns that we know, that we understand is bad for us, like smoking, cigarettes. Even if you do and you don't know judgment, like, it's just, you understand the ramifications of that. But we don't understand completely the ramifications of social media and the addiction to being liked in society, and the attachment styles, and like all these other addiction. Love is an addiction. 1 Like, the feeling of infatuation, more so, I think, is an addiction. And the feeling of love, we've been conditioned out of. Let me put it this way. You are infinitely love. You are just, at the core, you are love. And we've cloaked ourselves with things. So it's like, you already are it, but we've been conditioned to believe that we aren't it. Like, we go to work or whatever, we don't like what we're wearing, or we judge by someone, we put a perception or a label on ourselves, like bad or icky, ugly, fat, whatever you feel that you think you are based on whatever someone else is saying or the external reality. And that's all so subjective, by the way. You put that on you as a label over the love, so that you focus on it, and then what you focus on grows. So once we start to dissolve those labels or look at them as a label, this is the thing that I'm saying to myself. Oh, why do I feel so shitty right now? Did someone say something to me? Did someone kind of shoot down one of my ideas? How do I convene with myself after something like that? Like this group text, I was waiting on a group text. Like, why can't I just be okay with waiting? You know what I mean? Like, it's like 11:30, So it's like, what is going on as far as internally to convene with yourself as you're going through a certain thing? And I want to pick another situation just so that it could resonate with more people as well. I'm seeing like plans to go out, plans to go do something. It's like, if you can't all agree, it's like annoying. Or like, if you can't get everybody together at once, it's like annoying. Like, you want to see everyone, you don't have a lot of time, or you perceive that you don't have a lot of time, and you're just kind of reacting to that. What within you is coming up so that you can see it, so that you can, instead of reacting and being like, you guys never can decide, like, I mean, I've definitely felt like that in the past, for sure. And now I'm starting to reconvene with myself and go, oh, I really love people. I like really love my friends. Like, I really enjoy connections with people of all sorts. I like to, did you hear the beep, 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 beep? I like to be there. I like to, oh, damn. See, this is a perfect example. I had this morning too. I was like, oh, good thing I didn't do a video. Whatever. Yeah. All right. Perfect example. What happened? So I felt shame. Like, oh God, I gotta rewatch this and like focus on that fucking piece of whatever that was. Piece of nuts or something. I don't know, like a piece of, I don't know, walnut. I don't fucking know what that was. And then all the judgment of other people, I guess, being like, oh, look, she got something in her teeth. Now I can't focus on what she's saying, and what I'm saying is good shit, so you better focus on what I'm saying. And then it's like, annoyed. So I have those things come up anyway. So, okay, what do I do with it? Do I sit in the bed for the rest of the day? Do I cry? Do I go drink a bunch of caffeine because now I feel depressy? That is all decisions you can decide. You can, if you need a good cry, you can go cry. But I'm just saying, use your life as like a metaphor for a relationship with yourself, like a marriage with yourself, you know? Because if someone else, your lover, you can imagine you have a soulmate or a lover or whatever, and not whatever, it's just it's a big thing, but like, you know, most people want that. But you can imagine you have that, right? I just have 15. And if they were on the video and they had something in their teeth, would you go, you're such a piece of shit? No. You'd be like, it's okay, baby. It's okay. They're not gonna, if they love you, they don't care. If the people watching this love you and they want the message, they really don't care. You know? They've seen you without that thing in your teeth. It's like, it just diffuses everything. And it's like, then from there, you can decide what you want to do. Like, if you still feel like crying, then that's something deeper. You can move into that. But just these little things that happen throughout the day. And I grown to understand this as I got older. Like, I wasn't so concerned about everyone and every thought that everybody else had. Because it's like, how am I ever supposed to have fun? How was I ever supposed to, now I'm looking at my teeth. How am I ever supposed to learn anything? When I learned how to skateboard, it was not easy, and I felt like stupid. I felt literally stupid going there every day and doing the same fucking thing. I still do the same things. I can't even kickflip. I've been smoking. I've been skating for 4 years, and I can like early grab in the air and like do other fun stuff and ride really quick. But like, you don't have to be any certain thing. Like, you don't have to look cooler. You don't have, like, what coolness is, like, authentic. It's, like, authentic. You're showing up, and you're cool, because you're showing up in yourself. Your confidence is that coolness. It's, like, that, like, you don't have to prove anything, because you're chilling, you know? It's, like, yeah, I'm chilling over here, because I want to be here, because it's fun. So if you're trying to start, I think you might want to start something new. You might want to become a tarot reader. You might want to just start. I mean, just start, and like, just start putting things on there, look the meanings up, just do your thing. If you want to do Reiki, or let's see, I'm feeling like even working on cars or something completely different, and you feel like you just want to learn the thing, just go. There will be people that will be like, oh, haha, little girl, or whatever, and you can stand up for yourself, or you could just be like, I mean, come on, dude, I just want to learn. And it kind of diffuses everything. Like, it's like, you could just even say, like, don't treat me like that. Like, I just want to learn. Okay? You learned. We have the same fucking brain. Pretty much. We have the same capacity to learn. And maybe even I'm a better learner than you. You know? Like, you don't have to degrade anyone. But I'm just saying, it's like, you don't have to feel shitty when people judge you, honestly. I think that's kept me from a lot of different things. Like, I went to one jiu-jitsu class, and they all the guys, it was supposed to be co-ed, but there was just all guys that day, and they all sat on like the other side of the room, and I was like, are you guys really just gonna like not include me? Like, I'm here to learn. Like, what the fuck, you know? And like, they were more scared of me because it's like a more intimate type of thing, but like, what, they can't separate that? I don't know, girls have been doing this forever, so it's just kind of dumb. Like, I don't want you guys to be inhibited by any thoughts or judgments by other people. Like, you could literally be being judged the whole time you're learning something and have that not affect you. And that's the goal. That is the goal. We're not going to not do things because we're going to be judged. That keeps us in stagnation. Yeah, you're getting your justice, man. You're getting it. Man, girl, individual. You're getting it. You're not meant to stifle your creativity anymore. You're not. And you're honestly, you're learning some things about reality that a lot of people don't get to experience in one lifetime. I mean, you're a special sort of human being where you've gone through a lot of shit. And I just keep looking at this alien thing. I mean, you could be from an extraterrestrial race. Like, you could be from a completely different lineage after, before this human lineage than you even realize. We have collaboration in the physical realm. I do feel spirit guides very heavily. You can call upon your spirit guides to help you. As soon as you need help, you can call upon your spirit guides. Yeah. I love the Queen of Wands energies. This is like sexy, chillin', vibrant, warm mother. It's got it all together. She's not afraid to act. She's like a rock climber or she's just boss. And then we got yeah, your anxieties are kind of waning, and you're moving more into collaboration and curiosity because of this. And you're not letting the judgments annoy you as much. And that's an exciting place to be. So, thank you for listening. Sorry about the barking, but whatever, this is real life, and I love you guys. It keeps trying to get this Buddha face. So, I'll see you guys soon. Today was kind of more chill. Let's just hold a little bit of space for you to be able to embody that energy that you want, to be able to embody that life that you want. I'm also seeing Aries, Mars. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Healing energy too. Okay. Let's embody some love. There's a little bit of resistance, but that's okay. You're just going to accept it as part of you, as part of this experience anyway. And I feel resistance to love sometimes. And that feels that's more loving. You see that? And then there's this, and then you go, but this is important too. And you love it. And that's more loving. It's like, where was this in school, you know? Love you guys. See you next time.